Let's look at this set. The following figures give us the detailed information regarding the selected entry-level software professionals for a reputed organization for the year 2015 and 16. Upper half of the figure gives the details for details of the data for the year 2015. Upper half is for 2015 and the lower half for the year 2016. Also, left part of the figure tells us about graduate candidates, and right part gives us details about postgraduate candidates. Selection process consists of a written test followed by a technical interview, then an HR interview. A candidate can be eliminated at the end of each round. So there are 3 rounds, and finally we have selected people. So I'm making my graph. You can make it in 2 ways. Either you can make it for graduate and postgraduate people, or you can make it for 2015 and 2016. So I'm choosing to make it for 2015 and 2016. And I will have grad, I'll have post grad, and I can have appeared for test, technical interview, HR interview, and selected. Appeared for, oh sorry, prior to that I need to make grad, post grad. Basically what I'm doing is I'm this unconventional graph representation, although it is not very difficult to interpret. What I'm doing is I am simply recording it in a way that I no longer need to look at the graph. I can get to precise data myself. Okay. Okay. Grad 2015, upper half was 2015, no? So I have 50. Yeah, I should also have a line here. So 50,000, 48,000, 490 and 94. For postgrad, we have 10,000, 9,000, 90 and 38. Or here we have 50,000, 49,000, 530 and 106. Here we have 30,000, 27,000, 300 and 94. Okay, let's get to individual questions. What was the absolute difference between the percentage of candidates finally selected as a percentage of total number of candidates who appeared for the written test in the years 2015 and that in 2016? Okay, so appeared here is 60K and finally selected is 132, and here appeared is 80K and finally selected is 2000. Percentage, first percentage I need to calculate is 132 by 60,000 into 100. 0 cancel, 0 cancel, 6 will also go away, this will turn to 100, this will turn to 22. So I get 0.22 for the 2015 year. For 2016 I will have 2000 by 80,000 into 100. So cancel, 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 and I'll get 2.5%. I have made a terrible mistake. It is not 2.5, it is not 2000, it is 200 people only. So it should be 0.25. I have 0.22 here, I have 0.25 here. So the difference has to be 0.03%. So the absolute difference has to be option B, 0.03%. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, next one. The ratio of graduates out of total graduates appeared for the written test, not called for technical interview in 2015, to that of postgraduates not called for technical interview in 2015 and 16 together is. The ratio of graduates out of the total graduates appeared for written test but not called for a technical interview in 2015. So it is 2000. The first number is 2000 divided by postgrad to that of postgraduates not called for technical interview in 2015 and 2016. So 1000 and 3000, 1000 and 3000 by 4000. So the final ratio we're seeking is 1:2 or option C. Okay. Next one now. The total final selection for 2 years, 2015 and 16, taken together was approximately what percentage of the total postgraduate candidates called for HR interview in the period 2015-16? Okay, so 132 and 200. So 332 kids were called. 332 kids were selected. Oh, sorry, not 332. The total final selection of 2 years taken together. Okay, 332 kids were selected. Out of how many kids were called for interviews? How many postgraduate kids were called for interviews? 390. 390 into 100. This is what we are seeking to resolve. Okay. So I know my answer has to be greater than 80. It has to be around 85%. If you want to do the precise maths also, that can be done. 3320 divided by 39. So we get 8, 312, 200. So 5, 195. Then 5 point something, 85 point something something. So option B, 85% should be good enough. Next, ratio of number of graduates in 2015 to that of postgraduates in 2016 who were selected is 1:1. Selected is 94 here, and we have another 94 here. So that's it. This is the entirety of the set. While it may look daunting initially, if you record the data, it will become fairly simple to manage.